Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to be reviewing, after 7 months, the Canadian Tire Maximum 5-drawer mechanic service cart, or if you're in the USA, this would be the US General platform. I believe pretty much this shell design is leased out by China, and just a lot of companies rebrand it with their own badging. But the one thing that's unique about this cart here is, if you'll notice, this is not just a flat paint, it's actually a textured, like a stucco kind of design here. That's the one thing that makes this a little bit more robust in terms of cleaning and taking impacts if you're gonna have it in a shop environment like I have it. So let's just start from the top. So here I just got some cheapo magnetic trays. I have them assorted like this, so if I'm ever working on a car, like a brake job for example, I can have each individual side in their own respective trays, because sometimes what happens is cars will have certain different sizes of bolts on the calipers if they've been replaced with aftermarket parts. I just like to keep everything organized. Got the little snap-on pocket pry bar, pocket screwdriver. This thing is really comes in handy. I just have it up front because I'm always using it. Little magnet just siliconed onto the thing here, so it's easy to remove and damage free. And same thing, all my easy access bits. Got the Phillips number 2, the magnetic DeWalt number 2 for running in some what do you call it, these things here. Gotta put a few self-tap-ins in, hold certain things. It's got a locking adapter if I want to increase that extension. Down here I have the same similar setup on the back lip, just easy access stuff. Just a little easy 10 mil and then 10 mil long. The SK speed ratchet here. And I got a 7 mil here. Same thing, short number 2. All my adapters there. And on the left side here, got all my extensions, got the long ones. And what I did, if you'll see here, so I put in some grommets. I have them over here. So these are just rubber grommets. There's a slit inside the middle, if you can see. Because some things that I want to sit flush, I don't want them hitting this metal lip every time I drop the tool back in. So I put these grommets there, so not only does it fit snug, but when I drop it in here, it doesn't damage the metal. Moving on, I've got the J.E.K.R, the laser tip number 2. Got the short one, I use this one a lot, it's got a really tight fit. And I got the long one here. Now I got the Vessel made in Japan Impacta screwdrivers. These are basically, I can show you here, if you look when I push on it, it actually moves in because it's got the impacting mechanism inside, which would be similar to this mechanism here. This would be your standard impacting thing to bust off rotors. But if you're ever in a tight spot and you want to be able to hammer it and get that extra torque, you can either get a number 2 Japanese or a number 3. And then we've got the Japanese Vessel flat blades with the wood compo. These are all good for prying and hammering. And then this shorter one here is especially good if you're doing adjustments on rear brakes. It's got a really flat blade, I don't know if you can see here. So it'll let you get in to those tight spots. Now over here, just got the classic, the Westling made in USA socket trays. They hold up really well. I'll just give you a quick demo here. So So usually what I do if I have a big job, I need a lot of sizes, I can just pull on this one, just take the whole tray with me. And if you even look, this is solid. These are not going anywhere. So when you roll the car around, you don't have to worry about them bouncing out of place or anything like that. And it just fits back in place. It's got a nice machined little detent there. So when you put the socket on, it holds it very tight. And I've got that just for all the basic sizes. And I got the external torques, everything there. This, I've got the J.E.K.R magnetic rail, 1/4 inch. It's very shallow set. It's good for getting into hard to reach areas. And I've got the safety torques here. These are for the BMW, other European cars. They might use something like this. Just got a little set of these very short ratchets here. I've got the same Westlake Machine Co. for all my big sockets here. These are all the axle sockets. Got the special Toyota socket. Everything nice and organized. And this is my excess parts tray. If I'm changing parts and I got a few extras because the new part came with the hardware, I'll just throw that extra stuff in there, give it a quick spray of brake cleaner, and I can throw it in the extra parts bin. Little Bluetooth speaker. Keep my keys here so when I'm locking up I don't forget anything. And I got these here, just a Princess Auto. Just pull this and then you got an extendable ratchet, and it's got the flex head too. These are just Kaizen foam sample I got when I ordered the toolbox widgets, which you'll see in a minute. So easy to store this. And here I got what they call a spud ratchet. If you're ever doing like something like control arms or anything, you want to line up that hole because the cheap Chinese part doesn't line up. You just stick this in, give it a pry, and then you'll be able to line up the bolt a lot easier. And it doubles as a ratchet. This is basically my greasy workhorse I use for cracking off oil filters and stuff like that, because I don't like to get the rubber handles all greased up. And these, I just got a 90 tooth fine ratchet set. Not too expensive, but they do the job. It's nice because they're a little bit thinner than the flex head ones. So just take a look at those. Got a little mini measuring tape here. Sometimes ordering parts, you need to measure the rotors, so I just keep this on standby. Moving on to the next side, I've got the J.E.K.R. These are the big chisel screwdrivers is what I call them. This one is heavy duty. Pound on this thing a lot, never ever fails. You can see here, we've done a lot of demolition with this, but the tip, focus, the tip is actually not deformed at all. I'm not sure what kind of metal they use, but this is very solid. It'll be your main chisel if you get this, I think. I just got a swivel ratchet here. It's on the side because I don't use it too much, but when it comes in handy, it's nice to have it available. These are for doing very clean jobs. I like to have the Vessel Gold Edition ball screwdrivers. When you're working in small spaces, it's nice to have that extra grip because you can apply grip here and here, and it's a lot cleaner. So when you're doing certain jobs, you want to have the customer's car coming out clean again. I just got the Canadian Edition Robertson number 2. The only time I've used this so far is pulling out actually self-tapping screws out of tires and fixing tire leaks. Comes in handy. So now, moving on. Here we got my first drawer. It's my mostly electronics and stuff like that. I got zip ties, electrical tape. Got the little torch for doing heat shrink tubing. Then all the tools I got for doing wire stripping. Got automatic wire stripper, flush cutting, zip ties. Got Got the little folding knife here. Or sorry, not knife. This is like it's almost like a reciprocating blade. Yeah, basically this is a little handheld reciprocating blade. Sometimes if I'm trimming off small plastic pieces on like an aftermarket radio deck head unit, sometimes they don't fit. You gotta trim a little excess off. This comes in handy. Next here is the pliers drawer. The panel locks. Got the engineer. Got the these are the screw extractor models. Ergonomic grip here. These ones are very nice. These are NWS, made in Germany. Handy little go-to just for accessing general stuff. Got the nip-axe cutters. They were on sale, $40 Canadian. Not too bad. They've been holding up so far. Got a bunch of the channel locks. Vice grips. Here's the Air Tools drawer. Try to keep everything accessible, interchangeable. There, just got all my wrenches. These are the gear wrench flex heads. These are the flare nuts, I think they're called, for doing lines. Pry bars. Got the files here. Picks, scrapers, extensions, body panel tools, a handheld saw. If I'm cutting in a line somewhere, I don't want to use a power tool, I just want to have precision. And all this is on the veteran-owned toolbox widget. There's a tool missing. You see the orange strip. Put it right back. Now you know your set's complete. And bottom drawer. You know how these bottom drawers are. I got my little DeWalt in here. There's some safety equipment, gloves, extra little toolkits I use sometimes. Tiny picks, extra bits for if these ones ever break. I have a backup set. Small torques. These are good to get in steering wheels, just the extra long reach. Got the step drill. And here I have a set of impact. I can put these on the impact. Clean holes. They come in nylon, I think it's brass, and then steel. Got this. I'm sure you might know what this is for. Customer locks his key in the car and just slide this in, pop it open, use some trim tools, and then fish in a brake line and just pop that lock open. Alright, just got some extra safety glasses, got the probe in here. And the bottom's a little bit of a mess. It's not organized as the way I want it to, but you got all your oil, lubes, everything. Spray bottle. Keep this with water in it, so if I'm grinding something I can spray it with water at the same time so it doesn't smoke up the shop. There's an extension cord here if I'm trying to do something. These are just backup tools. A Toyota oil filter wrench for my own car. That's it for there. The bottom is a mess, and I'm only actually showing this because I will be upgrading to a newer cart soon. That's why I'm actually doing this 7-month review, just to show you guys that it does kind of hold up. The only thing is the shocks, after about 4 months in the Canadian winter, they gave out, so I just got a $2 vice grip. Slap that on there. Holds up the whole tray lid, as you can see. It won't come down. I could put one on the other side if I wanted that extra support for here, but it's not a big deal. Just got the Blue Point side tray here, magnetic. It's got a strong magnet, as you can see here. Takes a lot to take it off. So I'm just doing some things under the hood. Just have bolts here, easy to access, and good for the plastic clips too, for intakes and stuff. Don't want to lose those. On the side here, it's got these long reach screwdrivers. Drop something down. You know what this is. strap there. Got the magnetic tool mirror here. This custom pry bar rack I built for my big pry bar. And I bolted it to the factory location, so it's not a destructive modification. Something that still allows you to be able to tighten it down. There's no slop in it. Then here I just have magnetically stuck. These are hose pinch off tools, all in here from doing something like this is for the rad, obviously the bigger one, so you don't make a mess, burn yourself, and lose all that fluid. Then these are smaller ones if you have a gas line or something like that. Over on the side, just got the magnetic paper towel. My go-to little Mac Tools anti-vibe here. Just picked these up on Amazon. They just hold the calipers. You can hook it onto the shock and then hook it through the caliper so it doesn't put tension on that line. Safety glasses in the back and tinted version for when I'm using the torches. Hearing protection, big dead blow here, and then this is for when, this is what I call the rotor convincer. It'll help get the rotors off nice and easy. And that's pretty much it for my review. So far this cart's treating me well. I only paid about 350 bucks for it, Canadian, on sale. I will be actually getting a new toolbox soon, and this one will be going to my house for my woodworking tools. So if you like this review, I know it's a little bit shaky cam, but I will be upgrading and showing you a more organized snap-on roll cart in the future. So look forward to that.